Welcome back to Martin Sim Racing. We're in Atlanta, Georgia for round 2 of this 2023 World Series. This is the GT1 League, and we are so happy to be competing in the GT1 League. Can we compete? Well, let me tell you first, this was the most intense race I have ever had in the history of my Gran Turismo 7 career, which is about 2 years or whatever now. So, I mean, I want to share it with you. It was in virtual reality. It was unbelievable, bumper to bumper, sweat just dripping everywhere, the anxiety, the nervousness. Man, it was so awesome. It's everything I'm looking for in a competition. So sit back and enjoy as we watch what happens in this race. Okay, we're starting this race off in P11, so qualifying went terrible for me. I put up a 127 flat. Man, in practice I was running a 125.6. Right before this race I ran a 125.6. I felt like I was getting faster and faster at the perfect time because I didn't get to practice much. So like right before the race I warmed up for about 40 minutes and I had it going on. I thought, you know, for a lobby like this, and then we get in qualifying and I dropped one. You know, it was terrible. So I had to do a lot better. But that gives me a chance to compete and dig deep and come back from P11 and try to gain as many positions as possible. You know, so we're going to see how it goes here on this first lap. You know, this is going to set the tone. Are they going to run off and leave me, or are we going to be able to compete? Right here, right now, I've got to dig deep. Here at the final chicane, it is a packed house, and so you know something is about to go down. So I'm just sitting back, trying to be ready when it happens. We got a car going wide to the left. We're moving up. We took 2 spots right there. 2 cars went off, and we're already in a P9. Watch what happens right here. We get another car gets bumped off and jump up into P8. From P11 to P8 after 1 lap, man, I'll take it all day long, every day, even on Saturdays, baby. Now, can we get another move done right here and jump up into P7? We try to hang it on the inside, go around this little tricky spot. We get it done. Boom, we're in P7 to start lap 2. Let's go back and watch what happens here. You see cars flying off. You got 2 guys going off. One gets turned around backwards. That's bad news for him. That's a bad way to start your race. We get another guy that's going to get bumped off right here. And man, Martin Sim Racing takes advantage of it. Some good, clean driving right through the traffic, and doing it in VR is so intense. This is what VR is all about. It's what it's made for. What it's made for. It's unbelievable experience. I just cannot express that enough. And we do, hanging around the inside right here, do some pretty good driving right there. I'm pretty proud of myself of that. And we are in P7. So P7 here on lap 2. Can't ask for anything better so far, starting off in P11. So now we're going to fast forward to the end of lap 2, back at this final chicane. It's a packed house again. Can we get a few more positions here? The Sylvie comes across the track after going wide, bumps the Corvette in P6, and Martin Sim Racing is going to go on by. And now we're up into P6 from P11, and we are just now getting to the end of lap 2. You couldn't have painted a better picture after having a terrible qualifying to be up into P6. But don't fast forward, don't change that dial, because more action is coming soon as we are right on the tail. We got P5, P4, P3, P2 all right there. P1's been going ahead and left the building. He's probably on his way to A+. But hey, look, we got to do what we can do. Right here, we're coming through this tricky section. We got a good run out. I feel like I'm gaining just a little ground, and I see a 1-second penalty on P4. Mitchell, man, has got a 1-second penalty, so I know I'm going to get a position there if I can just hang in there a little longer. And then P5 goes wide here on this turn, and Martin Sim Racing says, we're going to go right on by, baby. And Martin Sim Racing is in 5th position after starting 11th place here in the GT1 World Series. Look at it again. Sylvie goes wide. We're going to take advantage of it, slip right on by. We're doing pretty good. I'm very excited, and I'm starting to get the sweat on in the VR2 headset. Man, in VR, this is amazing. This just does not do it justice. And Mitchell Mann's got a 3-second penalty. We got to avoid those penalties. Penalties killed me the first race, and I think I did pretty good in this race to avoid them. He's got his flashers on. He's slowing down. He's going to serve his penalty. We're going to jump on by, and you guessed it, boys and girls, we are in P4. We went from P11 to P4, and we ain't even done with lap 3 yet. Are you kidding me? It couldn't be any better. I got P3 and 2 right in front of me after starting off in 11th place here in my 2nd ever GT1 League World Series race. And I am just, now my anxiety is kicked into high gear. My heart is beating, and I'm thinking, do not screw this up. You have got an opportunity to get a podium. What the DR points would be on that. Here on lap 4, watch what takes place. We're coming out of a double right-hander. We're a little too slow coming out of this turn. It kind of hurt us in this race a lot, and you can see the rear view camera right there. Guy has got to run on me in P5. He's going to slipstream me and try to come on by. Does he get the move done? This is really one of the prime places to pass on this track, is to get a good run out of that double right-hander, and I'm going to lose 2 positions. 2 positions. Back to P6. But look, we got 5, 4, 3, 2 all right there for the taking. We're going to hang it on the inside, get a little bump here. Not going to be able to get the move done. And I'm going to tell you that Sylvie's a good clean driver, but it's kind of like a pitcher, where a pitcher is conveniently wild in baseball, just enough to keep you uneasy. He's a little bit squirrely, and he had to apologize after the qualifying. So I'm thinking, I don't want no apologies. I don't want to lose my race here. I'm just going to kind of give him some space, but maybe I can get it done right here. I'm thinking, should I back out? Should I let him have it? I kind of back off just a little bit, let him go on through. I'm thinking I'm going to get my shot here. So we're in P6, still got 5 and 4 right there. We're knocking on the door. I can see 3 and 2 up there still, but they are starting to pull away a little bit. Now, we're just on lap 5. We're not even a quarter way through this race, so it's a lot left to go. So don't fast forward, don't change it, because this is an action-packed race. I mean, it's unbelievable. Now we got a penalty on P4, and he's going to give a bump and get a little sideways here. Is that enough of a slowdown that we can take over here and get into P5? Get in that top 5. That's my goal. You know, I fall out of top 5, get back in the top 5. Just keep doing that, and I know I'm going to have a good finish for this race. And I need a good finish. I need something good to hold on to right here going into round 3 coming up Wednesday. So coming in the final chicane here, we've got the move done. We are up into P5 here on lap 6. I cannot believe it. I am ecstatic. The race just keeps going on, and we're just still competing. This is where you got to be competitive. You got to dig deep. You hadn't practiced a lot. You hadn't got, you're not as fast as you could be. I could be even faster than this. That's the good news, because I'm in the bottom A, so I know I'm fast enough to compete probably mid-level A right now if I had the time to put in. But this World Series is taking place at a terrible time for me with my work and stuff. But we're going to get another bad job of coming out of that double right-hander, and we're going to give up P6. We're going to fall back into P6 again to the Ferrari. So if I had more time to practice, I could have nailed that double right-hander. I could have got a lot better to this final chicane, and I'd probably be in 3rd place right now. And I probably would have qualified in P2, P3. So, but I didn't. So I have to be competitive. This is where you just have to dig deep and competitive. You know your fastball ain't good enough, throw your curveball. You know, be consistent. That's what I'm saying. Be consistent and don't make mistakes. Let the faster guys make some mistakes and hope for the best. Now we're going to drop back to P7 here on lap 9. So we're on lap 10 here now. It started lap 10, and we're approaching the halfway point of this race. And we're in P7. So, and we got P6. P5's not too far up there. Starting off P11. Hey, I couldn't ask for anything better right here. Honestly, I couldn't ask for anything better. Just keep eking away at that DR, keep climbing towards A+, just a little bit at a time, you know, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. I'm going to see the end of lap 10 here, going to get passed again, didn't get a good run out of that final chicane, going to fall back to P8. So we're losing positions, we're losing pace, we're not as fast as we should be, but we're still hanging in there, we're not making mistakes, and that's what's important, because we will have opportunities. Just keep watching, I'm telling you, it gets better and better and better. Just amazing to do this in VR. I just can't explain to you. When I was in this race, I'm in the race. It's not like I played a video game. It's like I had an experience of being in a race. Now, on lap 12, still in P8, P7 goes wide. There it is, the half-second penalty. There's the mistakes I'm talking about. We're not making them. They're making them. Let them make the mistakes. We give up a position, we get it back. End of the race, we gain a lot of positions. That's my goal. Finishing the top 7, top 8, top 5 is what I'm really aiming for. You do see I have somebody on my rear end, but they're not close enough to make a move on this final straightaway here. And we're going to watch him serve his half-second penalty. Is it going to be enough to get us into P7? Because he did pull away. There again, we're not fast coming out of that double right-hander, and it killed me. It killed me throughout the whole race. But I'm going to get close here, going to hang it on the outside, going to give him some space, and not going to get it done, but we're going to climb right up close to him, and this time we've got to stay there. Hopefully make some other mistake. We give up another position to Mitchell Mann. He's come back from that 3-second penalty that he served earlier, and now we're back in P9. Still 2 spots up from where we started, but it is a little disappointing when we were all the way up to P4 at one point in time. But there again, we just weren't consistent enough. But by not making mistakes, we keep having these opportunities. I'm going to try to take Mitchell Mann right here on the inside. Can I get it done? He's still right there on my outside as we come around this curve. You can see him, and this was so intense in virtual reality to go through that sector neck and neck like that. I mean, it's just so intense. But we're giving him all we can. We're making him work hard for that P8. He goes wide again. Is he going to get the half-second penalty? I'm waiting on it. I don't see it. He didn't get it. But let's look at this again from the chase cam, how close this was. You know, when you're playing this game on flat screen, you know, this stuff is nice, it's fun. But when you're doing it in VR, it is a whole nother level. I just can't stress that enough. I know I talk about VR a lot, but I'm telling you, I've never done anything like it. It's amazing. But now we got 8, 7, and 6 right there. So even though we were farther behind, I mean, we still, if one crash, one wreck, boom, we're up into P6. That's the way I look at P5. I can see him. He's in my sights as well. And on my rear view camera, I really don't have anybody right now. So coming around, they get a little wild here, coming around this last chicane here on P14, on lap 14, and Mitchell man goes wide. Can I get the move done? I'm going to hang it back to the left here and try to avoid any contact. And that Subaru is so stable in forward drive at coming out of those, you know, incidences like that. I would have been spun around backwards if it had been me, and I can't get the move done, but I'm still hanging in there with only 5. After this lap, we only have 5 laps left. 5 laps, and we're hanging in there. We're going to try to see if we can show it to him here. Somebody's went off to the left, so we're going to move up into P8, back in that P8 position. That's great. Try to hang in there with Mitchell man. We got 7 and 6 right in front of us. The sweat is dripping. I almost pulled a George Russell and told my engineer that I think it's raining, we got to put the slicks on. And he said, no, buddy, that's the sweat in your helmet. But anyway, Mitchell man's got a 1 second's worth of penalty. Should see, he's making a lot of mistakes, getting these penalties over and over again. Now we're moving back up into P7. I'm so happy, so ecstatic at this point. I'm just thinking, hang in there, buddy. You got this. You got this. Here we are on lap 15. We're going to close out to the end of lap 15. We're going to come around in P7. Slow coming out of that chicane again, but still enough distance between us and Mitchell man. But you know he's coming back. He's fast. He's just making a lot of mistakes. So there's ways you can win these races even when you're not the fastest. But it just kind of bothers me because I know I had the potential to be as fast as, say, the top 3 guys. And that, you know, at some point I just got to be able to put the time in and get there. But I'm not there right now. Lap 16, come out of double right-hander. Mitchell man's going to make his move for it. He's going to get in our slipstream. He's going to go on by. We're going to drop back to P8. P8 with what's coming up as 4 laps left. 4 laps left, P8. I will take it all day long. Coming around this final chicane here, hoping for some action, not getting, trying to get a good push out. I feel like we got to push on him here. We're going to climb back in his slipstream. Try to, maybe at the end of this straight here, this first straight, I'm thinking maybe if I can get up real close to him, I can go for it and pass him on the inside. Here we go. We're going to slipstream. We're going to the left. In virtual reality, he's right there. The 3D audio, it is absolutely amazing. Hanging inside, I got the move done. Is it enough to hold that position back up into P7? I see him in the camera there. I'm feeling pretty good about it. Get on the throttle. Get on the throttle. Go, 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 go. Gear it up. Go, go, go. And he's hanging back. So, yes, we are solidly in P7 right here on lap 17. Coming down to the final straightaway here. Did we get a good enough run out on that double right-hander to maintain this? He's going to slipstream us again. He's coming to my left. I can see him right there. But then he has a penalty again. And we're going to maintain P7 here on lap 17. Amazing, just amazing, and so intense. The sweat is just dripping down now. It's not because the VR is hot. It's because of all the anxiety I was feeling, all the pressure I was putting on myself, which is something I got to work on, I know. But I like the pressure because this makes it more fun to me. It makes it exciting. I love the competition. It really just hits all the buttons for the competition that I'm looking for. And here he is. We went really wide coming out of that turn and made a bad mistake, and he goes back into P7. So here we are. He's in P7. We're in P8. Coming out of this final right-hander. Can we get a good push? Nope. Go wide again. But so does he. And that Subaru just seems to take off and leave us right here. Maybe it's the car. Maybe some of it's the car. I don't know. But he's solidly in P7 now. I can't slipstream him and draft him and get up close to him. And I'm going to give him another position to this Ferrari. The Ferrari is just going to pull on me, and this is so intense. He's right there on my right. The 3D audio is going, and I'm like, oh man, just stay on the inside. Can we get it done? And we're coming around here. Boom. Yes, we held on to the position. Now remember that, because we're going to have another go at it coming to that final chicane here in a minute on the last lap. It's going to get really intense, but in VR, when those types of incidents happen, it is absolutely mind-blowing. The feeling that you get, the intensity, the 3D audio combined with the VR is just next level. It's a next level experience. So here we are on the final lap, and Mitchell Mann's still in our sights at P7. So I'm thinking he gets a penalty, something happens, P7 is mine. I can get P7. Starting in P11, he goes wide right here. We're going to hang it to the right, and that four-wheel drive, man, he's able to just recover so fast. But I see that he's got a half-second penalty. Let him go on by, because they ain't worth fighting him and slowing us both down too much. When I know he's going to have a half-second penalty, if I can just hang it close enough, he goes wide again. He's going to add another half a second to his penalty, so it's over for him. But the Ferrari is right there. You can see him on my rearview camera. He's right there. It's so intense at this moment. I'm thinking just now hammer the throttle right here, get back on the brake, rotate this car, run it out, and let's take P7. Go, 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 go. And that Ferrari's right there, man. He's so good, and he's going to pull me right here. So I'm just going to let him go, drop right behind him, and try to get the slip. And I want to be ahead of him when I get to the end of this straightaway and we go through that final chicane again. Remember, we just got through maybe a lap or two ago with him going neck and neck through this chicane. I wish I had a slipstream just a little more right here, but I'm able to get to where I can make the move. He brakes a little later than me, but that slows me down. Then he's accelerating through the chicane. So now I got to run up. He gets his car gets a little squirrely, trying to get right up behind him. Can I get P7 right here coming through it? I'm going to try to make a gritty pass right here, make him nervous. And he loses it. No, he doesn't lose it. Boom. Martin Sim Racing finishes P8. That's up 3 positions from where we started. Started P11, come in P8. I'll take it all day. I'll take it all day long. Let's go back and watch this final event right here. This final last part of this lap, the final last part of this race, and see it from the chase cam. You can see it so good. The racing right here was so good. So intense. I loved every second of it. This was the best race I've ever had on Gran Turismo. I know I could have done better, but it was still great. I get a little bump from behind right there, and I'm thinking maybe that's enough to get him. If I can just get my car up even with him, then I can take this inside route and get that P7. It didn't work out that way, but P8 is not bad. Not bad at all. I probably only practiced 30, 45 minutes for this race, and usually I practice a lot more than that. Now we got Nürburgring Endurance coming up. You can see the DR did not go up. The first picture was what it was before the race. The second one is what it was after. It didn't go up much, but we got Nürburgring coming up. The endurance track, long track. It's going to be dynamic weather, Group 3 cars. I do not have that track memorized at all. I'm not 100% sure I'm going to try my hand at that race. I might not. But guys, I hope you enjoyed this race as much as I did. It was absolutely amazing. See you next time on Martin Sim Racing.